The following is a feature presentation of our nation's sports show. Week 4 in the National Football League is in the books. Tonight, on the nation's sports show, we recap all of the action from this past weekend's games, including the Rams and the Colts, the Eagles and the Buccaneers, the Chiefs and the Ravens, and the most wild, the most insane, the most batshit crazy of a game that has been played thus far throughout the 2025 NFL season campaign. The Green Bay Packers went into AT&T Stadium to face the Dallas Cowboys in the first game. Former Cowboy star defensive player Micah Parsons facing his former team. Today, it is also the beginning of the 2025 Major League Baseball postseason. Up first, it is the wild card round. Tonight, we also bring to you the latest breaking news in the NFL. And we bring to you our Week 5 prediction battles and so much more. It's showtime.
Good up to the court, talking all that is sport, breaking down the latest news, scores, and more. Welcome to our Nation Sports Show.
All right, happy Tuesday, everybody. You know what that means? It is another great edition of our Nation Sports Show. I'm Ezra Vickery, and it should be a loaded show tonight. We can't wait to get started in just a few minutes, and we thank you guys for joining us here tonight. And, man, crazy week we had in the wonderful world of sports, and we're going to discuss it all. Hopefully. We'll see what time takes us as far as everything goes, but let's see what we've got in store for you first, and that is, of course, the ways you can interact with us. _Sports Show, of course, is the Twitter account, X account. Everywhere else is our Nation Sports Show on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, and, of course, the YouTube channel where we are live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time on youtube.com/our Nation Sports Show. And also don't forget to follow our sister show, The Nation's Corner. They got a great show, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, all things professional wrestling. And trust me when I say this, man, it's going to be a loaded show. It's going to be coming off the early day show, which of course is Crown Jewel, which will be taking place at 8 a.m. Eastern here in the States, at 7 p.m. Eastern over in Australia. And it is going to be exclusively, of course, on ESPN, Netflix for international subscribers. It's going to be a loaded show. We can't wait for that. But guys and gal, they're going to talk about it. And it's going to be a great show that's going to be coming off the heels what we saw in Raw with the return of the OTC, what we're seeing tonight with NXT with the continue of the invasion angle between these two companies, with NXT and TNA. And then, of course, Dynamite Collision heading into the next event, Wrestle Dream and Blood and Guts, November 12th at Greensboro, North Carolina. And also, too, going into a lot of different other stuff right on SmackDown in the weekend. So check them out, Nation's Corner. At The Nation's Corner on Instagram, Nation's Corner everywhere else. Don't forget to follow them. And also, Too Sweet Cosplay across all socials. which is my cosplay company straight out of Chicago, or cosplay group straight out of Chicago, excuse me. We are working on getting things planned for next year. We're slowly getting things put together. You will be seeing some of us, I know, at Days of the Dead Con, hanging out, meeting some of the people who are going to be there, including some of the big names in the world of horror, the big names in the world of entertainment, wrestling, music. You're going to see a lot of different people. Everybody from Michael Cudlitz from The Walking Dead to, I believe, Salska Twins, and, you know, from the horror scene to Chris Fane and Ace Frehley from the music world, and the Killer Smoke Show and Saraya from, of course, the wrestling world. They're all going to be there. So if you can, daysofthedead.com, get your tickets, and we'll see you out there. But enough about that. Enough of the spiel. Enough of the plugs that I know I'm not making a damn dime off of. Let's get to the people in the room here. And obviously, we'll get to Joey in just a few minutes. He is currently attending to family things right now. But actually, no, he's right here. He is the ultimate king of kings when it comes to his Alabama Crimson Tide, baby. And of course his Atlanta Braves. But right, he's also a lifetime member, apparently, of Team Dudley. And speaking of Dudley, quick plug. Team 3D, the Dudley boys, will be taking on the Hardys in a tag team tables match, a rematch from 25 years ago. From that very first ever tag team tables match in WWE at Bound for Glory, October 12th in Lowell, Massachusetts, for the TNA World Tag Team titles. But after tonight, who knows? It might be for the NXT Tag Team titles as well, as the Hardys take on Dark State tonight in a winner takes all match. So we'll see how that goes, and that's going to be, of course, on pay-per-view, on TNA Plus for an extra fee, and on Triller TV for international subscribers. But he's rocking, he's ready to go here with some football and basketball knowledge, and baseball too. Joey Thornton, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having an amazing Tuesday. Feels great to be back on the air. Of course, I know I was on the show last week. But yeah, it's great to be here, ready to bring some football, some basketball knowledge. And yes, like you just said, I am a lifetime member of Team Dudley. I actually got this shirt last year when I went to GalaxyCon because Devon Dudley was one of the people there. So I got to meet him, take a picture with him. Yeah, that was a great time. But yeah, we got some sports to talk about, so let's get into it, baby.
You speaking of shirts, I am, of course, rocking the Cena themed The Last Time Is Now Chicago themed t shirt that was on sale during Cena's show and SmackDown, and also online. Picked it up online and got it delivered right after the show. Actually, Saturday, the night after Cena was in Chicago. So, also to announce today, official December 13th, Washington D.C. Saturday night's main event, John Cena's last match. Tickets
and
are on
not only
sale.
that, and not only that, but his last match will be the main event of that Saturday night's main event.
Would it not be?
For real.
I don't care if you're Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, or the fucking Lord himself. John Cena comes first. John Cena comes first, and he is performing last. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, yes, we do have a lot of sports to get into. But my heavy metal brother is here, of course, from North Kakalaki, the home of Blood and Guts, and where Raw was at last night as well. And also, of course, the man who's one of the great drummers I know in person, a guy who beats. No, I'm not going to say that joke. That's just too dirty. That sounds dirty. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Big Stevie Wyand. What's up, man? How you doing?
What is going on? I'm doing great. And speaking of great, that rally crowd last night was freaking-tastic. The North Carolina crowds show up to pro wrestling shows, and they always deliver. They were on fire, and that pop for Roman last night, good God Almighty. They acknowledged their tribal chief, and it was great pop for Roman. Loved the main event. Seth and Cody's promo was great.
And speaking of great, we got a lot of great things to get into today, including, yes, Super Tie. Super Tie. Yes, the Super Tie took place, and we're going to get to that later on. Yes, and if you're living under a rock, and how could you possibly not know about this crazy game between the Cowboys and the Packers from Sunday night? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to all the latest news in the NFL and so much more. And some news in the NBA just broke a couple minutes before we hit the air. So, with that being said, let's do this, fellas.
Yep, and let's do it right now. Let's launch into the world of the NBA, and we're going to get started not only with some breaking news, but some other news too. And this news was reported earlier last week, and that is that Al Horford has signed an agreement to join what team? The Golden
The
State Warriors.
Warriors.
That's right, and and it looks really promising for Horford on that team. I mean, he's a long-time veteran, long-ranging, he can shoot a great jump shot, great blocking, 3 points. The guy's multifaceted. He's got a multi-year deal in place right now. As a matter of fact, the reports right now, it is a just the money wasn't specified. It just said it was a multi-year agreement. But what do you guys think of Al Horford? But real quick, Joey, I want you to just break the news for us. You broke about a certain other player.
Yes, we did. And Kevin actually put it in our chat as we were going live. But the Warriors have brought back for Jonathan Kuminga on a 2-year, $48.5 million deal.
Very nice. Very nice to have these two there. Kuminga and Horford along with Steph and DeAndre
Jimmy
Green.
Butler.
Yeah, and Jimmy G buckets. You know,
I mean, Al Horford brings that
team.
championship mentality, and he's going to bring it to the Golden State Warriors, and that's a great addition for their team.
Absolutely, Joey. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that's a huge pickup for Golden State. I mean, first bringing in Al Harford and now bringing back Jonathan Kuminga to team up with Steph Curry and the elite lineup that Golden State already has this upcoming season. I mean, Golden State could be poised for another deep run if everybody can just stay healthy.
That's the biggest question. We don't know. We had Steph last year who had his injury woes, and DeAndre Green needs to stop getting himself suspended. But it's a matter of everybody staying on the court one way or another, and we'll see if they can do that. Obviously, NBA is a rough game, can be at times. See what happens. Other news, really from the NBA to get into, some bad news for the Portland Trailblazers. Scoot Henderson tears his left hamstring, and he will miss the start of the season. It says he will return to basketball activities in 4 to 8 weeks. That was an injury that was announced today. Also, real quick, if today was also a media day as well. In multiple today in the NBA, so players were getting their first photos together. Players are getting their first photos together, practicing, showing off some of their skills for the media, doing, of course, the interview junkets, all that stuff. So getting close to the basketball time, boys. And LeBron was asked about possible retirement. He even said, quote unquote, retirement is not on my mind. And he is currently entering his 23rd season as we speak. So, a couple quick notes that was for the world of the NBA. Let's get into real quick some Major League Baseball talk. And obviously, like you said, Steven, at the top of the show in your intro, the wild card round has officially begun. And it kicked off today with a bang as the Cubs were able to take their home field advantage and use it to their advantage as they took down the San Diego Padres 3-1.
And that is the beauty.
What a good game it was, Steven. Real quick, and then I'll get back to you. Real quick, definitely good Definitely some good play today by the Cubs. Seiya Suzuki and Carson Kelly had back-to-back home runs in the fifth inning to get the lead to 2-1. And then Nico Horner hit a sacrifice fly to center to allow Dansby Swanson to score, putting it 3-1. And then our closers took care of it, and boom, we sealed it.
That is the beauty of playoff baseball, is you never know what team is going to get hot. And sometimes it's these teams in the wild card round that can get really hot. So who knows? Maybe Chicago could be poised for a deep playoff run.
I think it could be, and it's because they got a really strong bullpen. They got a really strong lineup, period. They got some players back. They were able to add some pieces that they needed. And as for disclaimer, I am a White Sox fan through and through, 100%. I vote for the Cubs because of my late father, who was a massive Cubs fan. So whenever Chicago teams win, no matter who they are, if they're rivals, I don't care. As long as we win together. So for me, it was a good day. But yeah, they have a really strong bullpen, great lineup of players. I think they can go far. They just got to keep up the momentum, and especially having this home field advantage in the first round, in the wild card round, vitally important. And if the Cubs can win this next game, we'll seal it and we move on to the next round. But I know the Padres are going to be tough. They're a tough team. Of course, Padres, Petco Field, home of Survivor Series in November. But it's going to be a tough call. They're not going to go down. They're not going to go down easy. But also for tonight, as far as we also had Detroit take a 1-game lead against Cleveland, 2-1 over them. And then tomorrow, hold on. Yeah, tomorrow, which is, of course, October 1st, the beginning of spooky month. Detroit, Cleveland, San Diego, Chicago, and Boston in New York. Oh, did I forget about that team in New York called the Yankees? Yeah. They're up 1-0 in the top of the fifth right now. And then later tonight is Cincinnati and the Dodgers. So those are your wild card games for tonight. Check your local listings.
It honestly is amazing. It is amazing how both the Dodgers and the Yankees were in the World Series last year, and now they're both in the wild card round. Like, it is really amazing how the parity is in sports. Because one minute you could be on top of your division, making a deep playoff push, and then the next year you could be barely making it to the postseason.
Exactly. I know Joey has no thoughts because his Braves aren't in it, so he's like, fuck all this shit.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next year.
Hey, trust me, that's how I feel about the Bears every year, so there you go. I felt that way for 40 damn years. And it ain't gonna get no better. Speaking of the world of football, why don't we get into that? And what a week it's been, but we got to get through some news. And the biggest one was from, of course, last night, and that is the devastating, gruesome knee injury to one Tyreek Hill of the Dolphins. And we wish Tyreek the best before we get into it. We hope that he heals quickly. We hope that he heals correctly. We hope he's able to get back and be some form of the great player we know he is. Last night during a play, he went down with a very serious, gruesome leg injury. It looked like his leg had snapped in two, but reports came out that he had actually severely dislocated his knee and that he had torn his ACL, MCL, and LCL, which are, of course, three of the most crucial ligaments in the knee that holds the knee together. And because that knee wasn't held together, it turned. And so now he was able to be stabilized, take it to the locker room, and he's had surgery, and he's working on getting surgery if he hasn't already. And We do wish him all the best, and it was nasty. It was real nasty. We don't want to look at it again. But got to give Dolphins credit, man. We'll talk about it in a few. But they took the momentum, they took what could have killed their momentum in that game and won it. And we will get to that in just a little bit. But obviously, devastating injury to Tyreek. But here's the funny part Tyreek was laughing all the way to the hospital. It was like it was a game. And the reason why, it's been widely reported that Tyreek Hill wants out of Miami. And who knows? This could be his ticket. Unfortunately, it's going to cost him nearly probably 14, 16 months of his career, and he may never play this team again. But he's going to get away from his coach. He's going to get away from Tua, and he's finally going to be able to maybe have a little peace in his mind.
That is interesting because, real quick, Joey, that is rather interesting because, like, normally when we see injuries like that, you don't see players, laughing, oh, I got hurt. Because Tyreek has been very, clear with his words about how he's been frustrated with the team and the turnovers and the inconsistency. So that's very fascinating. Like, I'm shocked to hear that.
Yeah. Joey, your thoughts?
I will say, according to his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, it has been reported by his doctors that Tyreek Hill's surgery went very well. And Rosenhaus has apparently told Adam Schefter that it's about rehab and he will play next season. The realistic goal is the start of the season. So it'll be interesting to see if he can actually make it by week 1 next season. But speaking of injuries, he wasn't the only high-profile wide receiver to undergo or to have a season-ending injury. New York Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors.
Yep.
He's also out for the season with a torn ACL.
And it's unfortunate because Neighbors was having a very solid season so far, and he was developing chemistry with Jackson Dart, and then he goes down with the injury, and it's a dangerous game like we talk about on this show all the time.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I mean, like Malik Neighbors, during the start of the season, like he was putting up some good numbers and catching touchdowns and developing chemistry, and I mean, again, like these types of injuries, like they happen, like, and you have to, you can take as much caution as you want, but at the end of the day, it's a physical, violent game, and it's just unfortunate. We've seen quite a bit of injuries so far early on in this year for the season. We're already 4 weeks in.
I know. And of course, some NFL fans still place the blame on teams having turf fields, especially up in the Meadowlands. They've had turf on their field since 2020, and it has resulted in so many ACL, MCL, Achilles injuries. It's absolutely unreal.
Whether it be to the Giants players or opposite teams playing on that field. Like, I honestly think that the injuries that have happened to players that are like, Najee Harris. I mean, he was used to playing on natural grass in Pittsburgh all those years. Then he goes to Los Angeles and plays on, turf field instead of, actual grass, and he tears his ACL.
Oh, by the way, just real quick, to take a break for the football talk for just a second. Pro Road just sent me a text with a dad joke. He said, a sweater I bought A sweater I bought
Oh boy.
at the store. They gave me another one free of charge.
Wait, hang on. I missed the majority of that.
Hold on. Testing. Testing. We good? 1, 2,
Yep,
3.
you're good. You're good. Yep.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well, fuck all you deaf people. Can't hear me anyway, so it don't matter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You should take her to go see a concert. How about that? Watch that this there. Um a sweater I bought was picking up static electricity, so I returned it to the store. They gave me another one free of charge.
Oh my god. Oh my
Wow.
lord.
That's exactly what I typed the front row.
Ah.
Front row, you're the king of cigars, the king of wine. You're definitely not the king of dad jokes.
And he's not,
Leave that to yours truly.
and he's also good with one-liners. So there's that.
Yeah, it's all about
Yeah,
it's all about
I will
quality,
say
not
real
quantity.
quick, I came across one of the most hilarious dad jokes the other day, and then I thought we could get back into the sports. But this one is absolutely hilarious. How do you get an idiot to say how?
I'm not even gonna dictate that with a response. I know it.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, I know better than that. That's like loser says what? I mean, come on. That joke is older than most of elders' friends. Hell, he still got Moses' fucking phone number in his phone. Because he has a photo. He has a photo of Jesus doing the back-to-back prom picture.
Uh,
I'm gonna roll.
But one last one.
Don't forget
One
the
last one, because I
giveaways.
just now remembered this one too.
We're losing
Um,
viewers as we speak.
what does Simba say to his slow bus driver?
I don't even know.
Mufasa.
Oh my!
wow.
Disney dad joke. But anyways, back to the sports.
What do you call a chicken staring at a bowl of lettuce? Chicken Caesar salad.
Ah.
Aha.
There you go. All right, back to the sports. Uh, yes, I know we just lost our only viewer, so there we go on that. But punter Cameron Johnson, as you know, for the 49ers, or Bills, is going to be sidelined due to a leg injury. But the Bills have signed former 49ers punter Mitch Wishnowsky to their roster.
Interesting.
I know. Don't you wish they could do something to the other 15 people that are all sitting on IR or sitting on the bench right now? Good Lord. And we're going to get into that game. And I know Kevin's got some serious thoughts once he comes on the show about that. So 2 days before they play the Rams in LA, speaking of the 49ers, there will be no practice today again for Brock Purdy and Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall. You guys literally need about you guys need about 4 bye weeks.
I know. I mean, like, Purdy comes back and has 4 like ugly turnovers. I mean, couple interceptions. I mean, like a fumble. I mean, just like they were like this Niners team. They are very fortunate that they have a soft schedule. That they're not playing super difficult teams. But man, do they need a bye week badly? I mean, all the injuries they've suffered, both obviously being the biggest one with the torn ACL. I mean, Brock Purdy, I mean, glad he's back, but I think he came back way too early. I think that Mac Jones actually could have came in there and played another game. And he actually wasn't doing half bad the last 2 weeks he started.
Well, I will say real quick, bad news for Niners fans. They don't take a bye week until week 14.
Man. Huh.
It's going to be a long stretch there.
Long stretch.
Okay, listen to this statistic that Schefter posted in this episode of whatever the show is with Ty Schmidt of the Pat McAfee show. He put that through 4 games of the season, the Eagles, or let me try to add up Schefter impression. Through 4 games this season, the Eagles have been outgained by 327 yards, the 4th most margin in the NFL. Yet the Eagles are 2 of the unbeaten NFL teams.
Because they rely on that tush push way too much. That's why they keep getting outgained.
Yeah. Ain't that a bitch?
Amen.
Yeah, tell me about it.
They were all just looking for some tush.
They've been
Push.
up. They've been down.
How'd you know I was gonna pull a CZ Top reference out of my ass? The Jets lost running back Braylon Allen, or they did for a second due to a knee injury, but he came back into the game. I just remember that because I did watch most of the game. Of course, we were watching Raw at the time, so kind of missed most of it. Dolphins have signed kicker Riley Patterson to their active roster for game versus the Jets last night, and they also placed Jason Marshall Jr., their cornerback, on the IR. Also, some news that we want to share, and that is that John Mara, the owner and president CEO of the New York Football Giants, has been diagnosed with cancer and has begun treatment. So we definitely want to send our best well wishes and our thoughts and prayers to John Mara, his family, and the entire Giants organization. You know, we definitely don't want to see that from anybody. So we'll definitely keep him in our thoughts as he battles through this, and we hope he kicks cancer's ass and owns it like they owned DNA Beat on Sunday, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. Ravens lost, I don't know how many people, 6 or 7 people, including Roquan Smith, and of course Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, of course, suffered a hamstring injury, and we're going to get into, like I said, the games in just a few minutes, but suffered a hamstring injury. His status for Sunday in Houston is currently in question. We don't know if he'll play or not. Of course, hamstring injuries are very tricky, and we'll have to be
And
careful
especially
with
with a
that.
player like Lamar Jackson, he's very flexible. He can run the ball, pass the ball. I mean, if I'm Baltimore, I understand your record's not great right now, but you got to rest him. You have to.
Well, it's actually just reported earlier today that Lamar Jackson has been downgraded to doubtful for this week. So that pretty much lets you know he's not playing.
Let's see here.
If
Yesterday,
he's already been downgraded to doubtful.
oof,
Yep.
yeah, Ravens are going to be in deep trouble. Like I said, they got 7 different people that were injured last game, and then also add I believe Matabuke, who's currently out for the season now due to a neck injury. Also, too, in other news too, Brock Purdy was complaining about soreness in his toe yesterday, according to Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, and he didn't practice today, so that's going to leave his status for Thursday severely in doubt.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that game and definitely our opinions on should he have played. But in other news as well, of course, we mentioned about Malik Neighbors tearing his ACL. He's done for the year. Cam Robinson from the Texans, their tackle, was traded to the Browns for swap of late round picks in 2027. Yes, and then also too, other things to keep an eye on. They're not, doubtful, but the Packers are going to keep an eye on Josh Jacobs because Jacobs went out with a knee injury originally and it came back in. Question is, how badly is that knee flared up? I mean, yes, he was a full participant. Seems like he was a full participant in practice today, but we'll see what happens from there because he did injure his knee. Let's see. Puka Nakua with 13 receptions for career high 170 yards and one touchdown on Sunday. Now has 42 receptions this season, tied with Cooper Kupp in 2022 and Michael Thomas in 2018 for the most receptions by a player in his team's first 4 games of the season.
Very nice.
You want to talk about a guy who's absolutely just dominating right now, and that is the Rams' Puka Nakua.
Yes, he is.
Been the talk of the town lately, and he's definitely going to be one to watch out for over the next 5-6 years. I think he's going to be one of those guys we're going to be talking about in 10, 15 years as one of the greatest players to don a Rams uniform.
And clearly the Rams have not lost a step, even though Cooper Kupp is no longer with the team. But Puka Nakua is clearly the number one receiver in that team right now. And he's doing phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else here real quick that I can get to. Want to send some condolences to Chris Jones. He lost his Aunt Dawn this past week, and we want to send our condolences to Chris Jones. He had to fly to Kansas City right after the funeral to make it back in time for the game versus the Ravens. First of all, that is commitment to football, and secondly, we definitely, want to send him our best because obviously that's hard to go through, and then having to go try to focus your mind on your job, especially at this level, it's a bitch.
And sometimes those unfortunate circumstances bring out the best in you and your team around you because we have seen some of the greatest performances individually and team wise with players fall into circumstances too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Torrey Smith, with the Ravens in 2012 against the Patriots, Brett Favre in 2003 with the Packers against the Raiders on Monday Night Football. I mean, those are two that come to my mind, when it comes to the NFL.
Yep, absolutely. The Mariners' American League West title is potentially causing scheduling issues for the Seahawks that could result in a changed kickoff time for at least one and possibly 2 home games. Because as you know, Seattle's stadium also shares the parking lot in surrounding areas with the stadium for the Seattle Mariners. So with traffic flow and everything, it could be a possible safety issue and logistics issue. So they're trying to figure out now what they're going to do depending on what happens with the Mariners going forward. And can I ask this? Did anybody here, Joey, did you watch College Game Day?
I watched bits and pieces of it
Why were the guys all wearing white suits?
because it was to commemorate Penn State's whiteout that they have, or that they were
They all
going to
looked
do
like they were
against
ready to.
Oregon.
They all looked like they were ready to audition for 98 Degrees.
I
They
saw
were
that
all in
meme
white
earlier.
suits and white pants. I swear to God. I thought they were going to break it.
I saw that meme like on Sunday.
I thought they
As
were
I
going to
was
break
scrolling
it.
through Facebook, I was like, "Oh my lord!"
Dude, I thought they were going to break it to give me just one night, una noche. I'd be impressed, but I know it's a tape. And we don't do tracks here.
Nope.
Nope.
So, swear, I thought you were gonna like start fucking doing everybody back streets back or some shit. I didn't. Like, what the hell? My God. Um, Patriots' first year defensive coordinator Terrell Williams has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, like Vrabel said on Friday. So we definitely want to send our best to him as well. Damn. That's just two. Let's see here. Trying to see if there's anything else real quick before we can move on to the games for the week.
Real quick, despite Terry McLaurin trending in the right direction, the Washington Commanders signed veteran wide receiver Robbie Chosen, otherwise known as Robbie Anderson, to the practice squad today.
Yeah, I forgot. I did see that on the on Schefter. It was a little further. I was going to talk about it, but then I scrolled over it by accident. But yeah, definitely they need that right now because obviously, while Scary Terry is trending in the right direction, like you said, they don't want to take any chances. So, but real quick, let's see here. Doesn't look like much of anything else, but so let's get into it. It was a busy week last week and crazy at some points. But let's go ahead and get right into the games from last week, give some quick thoughts on this. And then when hopefully Kevin shows up, depending on if he's not busy, we'll go ahead and get into the NFL predictions a little bit after top of the hour. We start off with the Thursday game, of course, and that is that Seattle beating Arizona 23-20.
This game was crazy. Like, Seattle for 2.5 quarters was owning the Cardinals, and Arizona could not get out of their own ways. The penalties, this not moving the ball down the field really. And then in that fourth quarter, they caught fire. And it turned out to be a very competitive fourth quarter. And the Cardinals made a critical mistake with the kickoff after they scored the touchdown to tie the game. Kicker kicked the ball and it just went out of bounds. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You just gave Seattle the ball on their own 40-yard line and needed, what, 15, 20 yards plus to get in field goal range. And 2 plays later, they got it.
Any thoughts, Joe? All right. We'll get back to that in a minute. Let's go ahead and move on to Thursday. Or no, Sunday. And if you're an early morning person like me, you sat up and watched this game, two things. Number one, I congratulate you. Number two, seek help immediately. And that is that the Pittsburgh Steelers outlasted the Minnesota. Well, actually, they pretty much dominated the Vikings, 24-21. Minnesota got some touchdowns late in the game, but it was too late, too far gone. That was a game that basically that freaking Rodgers owned Minnesota. Minnesota could not get it together. They had issues with penalties. And of course you got to look at also to all the injuries they've suffered. So
Yep.
Okay, sorry guys, I had to step away for a few minutes.
all right, we briefly talked about Seattle and Arizona's game from Thursday, 23-20. You have any quick thoughts on that?
I mean, it was a good competitive game with two NFC West Conference teams. I mean, there's not really much we can say about it.
All right, what about the early morning game, 24-21, Pittsburgh and Minnesota? That's what we were just getting into.
I mean, it was a great game by Pittsburgh. I mean, I'll give them credit. I mean, yeah, they did have one of their touchdowns taken away because of the smarts of Jordan Mason,
Yeah.
but But other than that, it was a pretty competitive game. I would say.
Yeah, it was. It started off a little bit as a runaway because they were up 21, so I think it was like 3 or something like that. Or no, they were up 21. They were up like 21-7. It looked like it was just going to be a runaway. But then Minnesota came back and was able to score a few, get a couple touchdowns that helped them get get back into things. But Pittsburgh did what they had to do. And Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he didn't play an excellent game, but he played a good game nonetheless. Next one is a game I know, Joey, you have some thoughts about, and that is the Commanders lost to the Falcons 34-27. Of course, the Falcons coming back from that 30-0 loss against the Commanders, they looked really good. Michael Penix Jr. and Bijan Robinson, I mean, what a combo those two are. And even your commanders did an admirable job. Marcus Mariota tried his best, but there were some costly penalties, some injuries, another injury, I think. But it was definitely Atlanta's game to win.
But yeah, I definitely got some thoughts about that game.
Go ahead and unleash.
Okay, first off, number one and most important, we need Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin back ASAP. Number two, Marshawn Lattimore. What on earth has been his problem? Because he has had an entire offseason to rest that nursing or the rest that so-called injured hamstring that hampered him since the majority of the time that we after we landed him last year in that trade with New Orleans. But Marshawn Lattimore, he is not being the elite corner that Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. have thought that he was gonna be. I mean, I just don't know what his deal is. I mean, he has allowed so many completions. He's allowed a few touchdowns. He's committed I think like 5 or 6 pass interference penalties. I mean, what in the world is your problem, Lattimore? I mean, where is that elite corner prowess that we saw in his early career with New Orleans? Where is that Marshawn Lattimore at? Because that's the Marshawn Lattimore that we traded for. But have we seen that version of Lattimore? No, we haven't. So my question is, when are you going to actually start studying film on these receivers and actually go out and be the elite corner that we have expected you to be? I mean, if you want to stay in Washington and get some sort of long-term contract extension in the near future, then you better go out and play like you deserve it. Because if not, then we may not hesitate trying to find a trading partner for you before the trade deadline happens this season. So, Lattimore, like I said, I don't know what your problem has been this season, but you need to step it up before Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. send you packing once again. Just saying.
And also to add to that too, as well, one thing about Lattimore that we know is that he at times can be a hothead, and there's times where he gets off his
Oh, yeah.
game, and every time he's gotten into situations where he's checking a receiver's botting him up and beating him on the route, and he gets mad. Like, dude, you're getting mad because you got beat, and if
Exactly. And not to mention
go
all the
ahead.
times that A.J. Brown has roasted him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we need that earlier version of Lattimore back because if we don't have him back starting at least this Sunday, since we're going up against one of the best young guns in Lab McConkey, if he don't step up his game, then yeah, we're not going to hesitate to find a trade partner if we have to.
Yeah, exactly. Real also too. Moving on here is the Buffalo Bills absolutely owning the New Orleans Saints.
That was definitely a ass kicking alert.
Now, there for a while, it was kind of competitive, but then Buffalo turned it on, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another one that was kind of competitive at first, this one before it got away from the opposite team was Detroit and Cleveland.
Oh yeah. That's true
Super
too.
competitive. It was 17-10 at one point, and then getting into the third and fourth quarter, Detroit just opened up their offense, and that was it. I mean, seriously. And then you have Houston finally getting things together, finally putting their offense together and doing this, and blanking out the Tennessee Titans 26-0.
And who would have thought that, fellas? Two shutouts in 2 consecutive weeks. First
Exactly.
Atlanta 30-0 over Carolina, and then this one 26-0. And yay! Houston finally gets a win! Yay!
Yay for everything!
Their team still sucks, anyways.
Speaking of teams that suck, Carolina lost to New England 42-13.
Speaking of that, how the fuck do you go from winning 30-0 and then you get beat 42-13? Explain that to me.
It was by 29 points after 8
Actually, another possible observation or another possible question is Steven, after that game on Sunday, were you sitting by your bedside holding a box of Kleenexes?
No, I was not. No, I was not. And no, there was also no tears in my beer. No.
What?
I wish no sympathy for Carolina fans because after all, you're supporting a team that has legitimate real life trash cans. And they made
Ah,
that Patriots team look like the Tom Brady Patriots of old. And also, while we're on that same path, this New England team last week against the Steelers, 5 turnovers.
jeez.
And this week, it looks like the second coming of Tom Brady with Drake May.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at Owen. Yeah, by the way, you talk about live trash cans. Dude, Carolina is more ass than a Nicki Minaj music video.
Oh, oh.
Oh
Dude.
boy.
And then you want to talk about you go from just complete ass kickings to close ones. And that is the New York Giants with rookie quarterback Jackson Dart barely skimming by the Chargers 21-18 with a price, of course, losing Malik Neighbors for the remainder of the year with torn ACL.
And Jackson Dart
Now
looked
that one was
really
a complete
comfortable.
shocker.
Yeah, it was a shocker. I mean, Jackson Dart played a really solid game. I mean, he looked great in this game. He took what the defense gave him. He didn't try to do stupid things and commit, careless turnovers. And Kevin hit the nail on the head like how they put him in position to go down that field on that first drive. Just let him get comfortable in the pocket, and he was making the right reads. And then as the game progressed, he was making the right reads, and he was taking off when he needed to. And now I'm not saying the Giants are going to go on a run, but if Jackson Dart can, continue this streak of gaining confidence with this organization, this might be their savior for years to come.
Could be, depending on how well he plays going forward.
Hey,
We'll
yeah.
see.
And also Justin Herbert, I mean, he didn't have the prototypical Justin Herbert game. I mean, that Giants front seven was frustrating him. He was off his game and off his rhythm with his receivers. And I mean, this Chargers team is still in the driver's seat leading the AFC West. And to me, it's their division to lose. And I mean, I know it's only one loss, but if this would have been this Chargers team with oh my God, what's his name? former head coach. Damn it, what is his name? Brandon
Hey, who
Staley.
you,
Brandon
oh yeah.
Staley. Ah! Yes!
And by the way,
Yes!
Steven,
Yes, Mr. No Toxins.
Steven, by the way, you can't see Kevin's background, but it is the 49ers logo, except in the middle it's not the Niners logo, it's the handicap symbol.
Oh my god. This is great. But yeah, back
Mr.
to
No
that.
Toxin football. What's going on, K Rod?
What's going on, everybody?
I would expect nothing less from you. You are so creative.
As George Strait would say, I come to expect it from you.
Yes.
Yes, I am creative, unlike the Packers and Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinators.
Hell, you're more creative than the Packers offensive play calling in that final few seconds. Like, what the hell?
They would not be able to work at clock stores because they would be fired for clock management issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to speak, Evan, you came in just in the right time because we were talking about this Giants and Chargers game, and dude, you hit the nail on the head talking about Jackson Dart, how they put him in the right position at the start of that game, how he took what the defense gave him. He played a great overall game, and that Giants defense, they made Justin Herbert look human.
Yeah, that Giants defense definitely is it really helping that team excel, but the loss of Malik Neighbors is going to really hurt them for
Yes,
this.
it is.
But the Giants can I mean that's why you got a rookie quarterback. You can take what you know this year and apply it to the future like next year. Can you get a good offensive lineman? Can you actually get the guy an offensive line, unlike Daniel Jones, and let him rot? Can you get him an offensive line? Can you get him another receiver? I mean the defense is very good. I don't think they really should do too much to that defense. Maybe a linebacker or something, but that front four, whew, hey, that's a problem. And you got Dexter Lawrence out there catching picks and running like he's Vince Wilfork out there running 20 yards down the field. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, hey, real quick, since you actually brought that up, Kevin, speaking of big boys trying to run a route, how about that little trickery that Alabama used in their game against Georgia when they had Caden Proctor catch a screen pass and
You
go
know
12 yards to the
that's
2
a
yard line?
that's a simple call. Then I like it because you know what gravity says. He's 500 pounds and he's 150 pounds trying to take him down. That's not gonna happen. Let's get him the ball.
That was crafty. I love that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we were just going over the games for the week, and then a good timing because we're getting ready to talk about Philly and Tampa Bay. That one's an interesting one.
Yeah, Philadelphia seems to they're winning games with every other team except their offense, basically, because their offense has not looked up to par like last year. But their special teams might be an all-time best special teams unit I've ever seen. You
Yeah,
got
like
people
for
blocking
real.
punts, blocking field goals, winning off that shit. Defense catching picks, defense turning it over, and then you got here's Jalen Hurts, 0 yards passing in the second half, 0 of 8. What are we doing? And
Hey, Kevin, real quick. I got a stat for you, and I'm going to do this in the voice of the man who typed it, and that is Adam Schefter. 4 games this season, the Eagles have been outgained by 327 yards, the 4th worst margin in the NFL. Yet the Eagles are one of the top, or the only 2 unbeaten teams in the NFL.
all,
And
all
by
I
the
got
way, I just mastered that on the fly on this show.
sounded good too, but all I
Thank
got
you
to
very much. I'll be here all week.
all I've got to say is, don't be like the Chiefs were last year. Remember, they kept winning by the skin of their teeth, and then they got their ass flat out embarrassed in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that because, I mean, Philadelphia, if you haven't noticed, A.J. Brown's very frustrated. I do not blame him. Like, okay, I get it. We got Saquon Barkley, but motherfucker, I'm a captain on this team. I'm an elite wide receiver. I'm a top 10 wide receiver. Get me the damn ball. I mean, Jesus Christ. They're
Look what
scared to
happened.
throw.
Look what happened in that first game, Kevin, of the season. He did not get a target It's like 3 or 4 minutes left in the freaking game. He got one target for a first down. That's
And,
literally all he got in the whole game.
and that's pitiful. I mean, if I'm AJ, I'm pretty mad. But just like they said on First Take, winning cures a lot of bullshit, and right now they're winning. So if the Eagles were ever to go on a skid, though, it could get interesting. And
And
AJ
also,
would be
like we
on
talked
me.
about too, real quick too, Saquon Barkley has been struggling badly. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just
again,
surprised he's fucking healthy. He's lasted.
I know. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah. And then we go to the Rams beating the Colts 27-20. And Puka Nakua. That dude is a fucking machine.
Yeah, well, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, though. The reason, and the Rams played good, don't get me wrong. The real reason the Colts did not win that game is because Adonai Mitchell from the Colts might as well have on a fucking Rams jersey. I mean, what is this? Touchback, fumble out the back of the end zone, Deshaun Jackson type shit, and then you turn around and the Colts go to get a go-ahead touchdown with Jonathan Taylor, and he gets called for holding. That's 14 points. This goof has wiped off the Colts offensive offense. I mean, that's 14 points this clown has cost that offense. They lose by 7. Jesus Christ, the Colts could have went up 2 scores with 4 minutes left, basically iced the game and won the game, but no, he wants to go get on a Rebs jersey and a Rams jersey. You might as well add the blue stripes to it. I mean, the yellow stripes. I mean, what is he doing? Oh, that was ugly.
You idiot!
You idiot!
Uh,
But then, man, let's talk about the Jacksonville versus the Santa Clara Rolling Infirmary known as the 49ers.
Yes, the hospital team. Yeah, that's
the hospital team.
Hey, I gotta give Jacksonville credit, man. They came in to play. I mean, they ran the ball. They didn't try to
So
just say, "Oh, we like Trevor Lawrence. Let him throw a million times." No, they basically said, "No, dude, you're not a great quarterback. We're gonna run the ball because we trust our running back better," and it worked. I give them credit, but this 49ers offense, I'm dumbfounded because Jesus Christ, man, everybody is hurt. And I do not care what nobody says. I've watched it all week. Brock Purdy's still hurt, man. You can see it when his throws, he's selling throws, he's throwing hospital balls, he's throwing high. That ain't like Purdy. And everybody knows when you got that nagging toe injury, it's so hard for him to plant off his back foot to throw with that toe. So he's planting gingerly, which is causing the ball to sail or go too low or too high, and it's just not accurate. I think he should have sat, but come to find out in the presser, Mac Jones is even worse than Brock Purdy right now. Brock Purdy's at like 70% healthy. Mac Jones was at 40 with a knee sprain. I At that
Damn.
point, start the fucking practice squad guy. I mean, Jesus Christ. And then you get Ricky Pearsall, who's busting out as a elite wide receiver. Came in week 4 as the number 3 reception yard leader in the NFL behind Puka and Jackson Smith and Jigba. All of them coming out of the NFC West, and he gets hurt. He bangs his knee down, and he's got a minor PCL sprain, and he's likely not to play Thursday as well. And then Jawan Jennings goes and gets his ribs cracked, and he's possibly got broken ribs. He's likely not to play Thursday.
This Thursday game is going to be the Injury Bowl.
But you know what? I do got to say, the silver lining of this 49ers team has got to be really their defense. As young as they are, yes, they gave up a lot to the Jacksonville Jaguars in the first half, but Robert Saleh made adjustments, and they only gave up 3 points in the second half as a defense. Now, yes, they had that punt return. The 49ers special teams obviously shit again, just like last year, but the defense, for a team that had no quarterback pressures on Trevor Lawrence, yes, you read that right, 0. And why is that? Nicholas John Bosa out for the year. There goes a top 5 edge rusher in the league. Just, I mean, it's pitiful. I mean, 0 quarterback hits on Trevor Lawrence all day because the D line cannot get pressure. So for that secondary and Fred Warner and company to sit there and hold up and play sticky coverage like they did, that's pretty fucking impressive, especially when your D line ain't helping you out none.
Yeah.
But also Fred Warner becoming the 49ers leader, passing Patrick Willis, is the most forced fumbles in franchise history as well, with 17. At least there's that silver lining.
Yeah, it's been brutal for you guys, and I hope that everybody heals up well and gets back out there. It's going to be a rough couple of weeks for you guys, especially because. And the worst part is you guys don't have a bye week until week 14, so you're not going to have much time to rest at all.
Nope. The next two games are against playoff teams. You got the Rams, and then you're at Tampa Bay in the prime time or in the game of the week.
Yeah.
Shit.
Speaking of two games that are playoff bound, Kevin, and this is pretty much a playoff matchup that we saw this week, and that was the Chiefs beating Ravens 37-20. Obviously, was a little bit kind of faulted by the multiple injuries to the Ravens. They lost at least 6 players in that game, including Roquan Smith on defense and Lamar Jackson, which is the biggest blow to that Ravens team.
Hey, yeah, that's the biggest blow. But also, you got to look. They lost way more than that. They lost 4 caliber defense or starting caliber players on defense in that game, including Matabuke, who is now on season-ending IR for the Ravens. That's one of the best pass rusher. They're missing
Yeah.
Kyle Van Noy, who got hurt. You're missing Nate Wiggins and Marlon Humphrey, both starting corners, hurt. I mean, the Ravens are like the 49ers at this point. They're the Baltimore IRs. I mean, you can go see them at the Baltimore Infirmary. It's just they, and I feel bad. And this is what I will say about that. Buffalo, and this is off topic, but you have you have no excuses now. You literally are not about to have Baltimore standing in your way, and you literally are not about to have Cincinnati standing in your way, and you have a piss poor Chiefs team who's up and down on the fence. There's no reason Baltimore should not get to the Super Bowl, as easy as this shit sounds this year in the AFC.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, the injuries that Joe Burrow and now Lamar Jackson have suffered, like there is no excuses for Josh Allen in Buffalo. This is your moment. Seize the day. Do it now. If you don't, you probably will never sniff a Super Bowl. I mean, and that Ravens team, I don't know what the hell is going on, but this team looks lost. Like the injuries aren't helping things. And also Derrick Henry in 2 of their losses had, like we talked about last week, had 2 critical fumbles in the fourth quarter against both the Lions and against the Bills in week 1. I mean, so the Ravens, they're going to be without Jackson more than likely this week. Rest him, get him some rest. But if you're Baltimore, you're in a world of trouble. A world of trouble. You're looking up to Pittsburgh in the AFC North. And
Yep.
the injuries they've suffered, I mean, no excuses, Buffalo. No excuses. And this
Yeah.
Chiefs team, still not good. I don't give a damn they're 2-2. I
Nope.
mean, Patrick Mahomes' offense the last 3-4 years, especially the last 3 years, has really regressed. I mean, yeah, he put up some good numbers on Sunday, but that's against a team, that was riddled by injuries. They're frustrated. They got the doors blown off of them. But I do not expect this Chiefs team to make a deep run at all.
Okay. I'm watching NXT right now. Ricky was just out there cutting it a passionate promo. JC Jane has just appeared. So, but let's get into this game. And dude, the Bears.
The Bears.
The fucking Bears.
The Bears.
Able to pull this out 25-24 on a blocked field goal that sealed the deal. And this was a game that I was extremely nervous about. Not because I was worried about the offense that much, because obviously Geno Smith has had his struggles. The one thing I was worried about was that front defense of the Raiders, and especially Max Crosby, who's an absolute beast. And, it scared me. Trust me, especially that interception for Crosby. I thought, oh no. The running game could not get started. Caleb Williams looked very uncomfortable. The pocket was collapsing on him. Max coming at him every chance he could. The defense coming at him every chance he could. But it seemed like he got a little bit more comfortable, started getting a little bit more comfortable as minutes went on, and he was able to start getting his passes off to his boys, Roma Dunze and DJ Moore, and to get us the lead heading into that field goal, which I thought they're going to get this, we're going to lose this. And then the Bears were able to block the field goal and seal it and say, see you later, Vegas.
I mean, Geno Smith, we talked about this multiple times, but let's be honest, he sucks. I mean, again, 3 interceptions in this game. He looks like trash.
Yeah, sucks is a nice word for it, Steven. I mean, the Seahawks must be car salesmen because they literally finessed the Raiders into trading for fucking Geno Smith. What are we doing?
I think honestly, more accurately, we can say that Geno Smith is complete ass.
I was trying to call him something other than suck, and talking about Geno itself, I got my words intercepted. I mean, I damn.
That's how I felt for years with Jay Cutler. Every time Jay Cutler went to the supermarket, he went to throw the bread in his basket and got intercepted by another shopper.
That's in Vegas right now. He's going to put money on the tables to gamble and say, "Oh, intercepted."
Yep.
Machine.
So, quick update: team captains for Team NXT will be JC Jane and Ricky Saints, and the captain on the men's side is going to be Mike Santana.
Ooh.
For TNA. And then we move on to Super Tie. Here's a Super Tie. Why both these teams can't win, I don't know fucking why.
OMG. This game was everything.
Yeah, this game was everything, but I'm sure the one and only Mr. No Ties in Football has some thoughts about this game. So I believe I can speak for all of us when I say, Kevin, the floor is yours, my friend.
First of all, I gotta say, Green Bay, you should be a damn shame. You should be ashamed. That bad defense and team in Dallas, that in Arlington, Texas, you tie them. You can't even win. I mean, you put up 40, and your all out of the world defense gives up 40 to the Cowboys with no CD Lamb because they couldn't CD problem because scoring 40 points. I mean, Micah Parsons is on Dak's ass, and the rest of the defense is sitting on their ass like, oh, what do we do?
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
They sit on their ass like that thing in SpongeBob, that meme where Patrick's sitting outside with a board across his head. Well, waiting for you to get home. That's what the defense was doing, was waiting on Micah Parsons. While Dak Prescott, here he is, throwing the damn ball. They made Dak Prescott look like the fucking second coming of Joe Montana. You should be ashamed. What are we doing, Green Bay? I mean, you're supposed to have this. Oh, we got Xavier McKinney. He's elite. He's a top tier safety. Oh, we got
elite my blind ass.
We got Mike. In the words of Jerry Jones, we got Michael Parsons. I mean, what? You're making the Cowboys look good, and I don't understand. And here's what's funny. Cowboy fans walking around praising and laughing and yippee, whoopee, whoop-de fucking do. We got a tie. Yes, we didn't lose for the first time in 16 years in AT&T Stadium. We have not lost to the Packers. We tied. We didn't win, but we tied. Like they're about to hang a fucking banner like it's the damn in-season tournament NBA championship going on.
Oh, dear God, not that bullshit
again. Is that
again.
what they're hanging? I mean, we're celebrating ties now? I mean, what the fuck's a tie? I mean, dude, at this point, they should put 10 more minutes on the clock, call it overtime number 2, and sudden death rules. Oh, you get the ball first, next score wins. Period. Fuck
exactly.
I mean, the tie is the stupidest rules in football. They should have the playoff rules set for NFL for regular season games too. Give a shit about that. Put some pressure on the defense to make them fucking stop. Then, I mean, Jesus Christ, they've been scoring all game. The defense has been chilling out, damn, watching movies all game, making popcorn. They weren't trying to play no damn defense. So what the hell's the tie? And then here's a funny stat, I think, and this is where I love to be the negative Nancy to the Cowboys fans. Dallas Cowboys. Any other team in NFL history that has 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and no turnovers, they were 300-0 in those games. Now, thanks to the Dallas Cowboys, they're 300-0-1 with a tie. What? You know what? The Packers they need to pack their shit up because you're making Dak Prescott look like he's Joe Montana or Steve Young out there. I mean, what are we doing?
They made George Pickens look like the second coming of Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice out there. What are we watching? Montana the Rice? What?
Again, like you said, Kevin, fuck a tie.
Yeah, and then you're watching then the Cowboys are just letting Romeo Dobbs out there run around with his big ass head with his damn his Guardians cap on with that big 3,000-pound head running around catching routes. I mean,
the hell is he, the Undertaker with that 33-pound head?
He couldn't miss that target. That big ass thing running around out of the field. I mean, geez, they made him look like the second coming of damn Deshaun Jackson out there running. What are we doing?
Look at that, dude! That helmet on Dobbs, he looked like the fucking aliens from Mars Attacks.
I'm telling you that. What are?
Either that or he's impersonating J.D. McDonough. I don't know which one.
I think that would be a better fit. He kind of does look like a damn.
And while we're on this shitty
like
tie, what the hell is up with Green Bay's piss poor clock management and that overtime period?
Oh.
You fucking morons! You nearly lost the game. And I remember we were watching this game on Zoom, and I yelled out, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, this was so bad on so many levels. And you're lucky that ball did not hang in the air for another split second. Otherwise, your ass would have been grass.
That's why nobody in Green Bay has watches. Because they can't fucking look at the time.
Hey, I know this is a little off topic, guys, but there's some breaking news. That's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Steph Curry has agreed to a 1-year deal with the Warriors, playing with his brother Steph for the first time in his career.
Oh, look at that! Wow.
That's
wow.
pretty.
How about that?
Yeah, two brothers playing together on the same team.
I don't want to. Wow.
And that's added to the news of Kuminga and Horford joining the Warriors.
And what's his name? Milton joined the Warriors, and Gary Payton II.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They finally made some moves. It only took 4 months, but they finally made something.
But and you know what's also very telling too, Kevin, about this Green Bay team is for what was it, 3 games, they gave up 44 combined total points. They gave up 40 points to the Cowboys.
Yeah, you forgot they're playing against Joe Montana and Jerry Rice out there. Hey, they just got a star in their helmet.
Dug them out of their graves, and they're not even dead yet.
Yeah, real quick, since we're still on the Packers and Cowboys, there was a guy that posted a picture of another guy, I guess somebody, a buddy of his or something, but he was sitting in one of the end zones during the Packers-Cowboys game wearing a red shirt that said, "I hope both teams lose."
Dude, that's the way I felt. I said the same thing. If I dropped a nuke right now in the middle of AT&T Stadium and it just disintegrated both teams, especially Green Bay, I'd be the happiest man on planet Earth.
That's me watching that game.
Hey, yeah, fried cheese.
Fried cheese.
That's
What's up?
that's the name for the That's the name for the Packers defense right there. Fried
Fried
cheese,
cheese.
because they were getting fried all night.
And then
Well,
what's also telling too is this is not good for Green Bay's record wise, because this goes against them because Detroit doesn't have a tie and they're
Nope.
3-1. So
Yep.
having a tie is very damaging for the
It's
Packers in the long run.
Oh
Yes,
shit.
in the long run, it definitely is, because divisional games with harder division opponents, the Cowboys, I don't think is going to make a fucking difference, because I think the Eagles done lapped them by like 2 games already. So I
Yup.
don't think it's going to make a shit work for them. But the Packers, when you're competing with the Lions, who have all of a sudden got a fire lit under their ass and playing like that team they were last year, yeah, it's going to matter.
Yep. What's up, Ez?
Leon Slater is on NXT right now.
Nice.
He's talking with Javon Evans about their title match at Bound for Glory.
Nice.
Okay, and then we got to move on to these next 2 games so we can do the picks. Real quick here, the Dolphins, of course, beat the living shit out of the Jets. They got a couple late touchdowns, but it didn't really mean anything. They were up from the get-go, 27-21. And then the Broncos just outright fucking owned and
Cover your ears, Falcons fans.
just completely owned and bitch slapped the Cincinnati Bengals, 28-3.
Man, Jake Browning, we got a problem. Jake Browning is not playing like he did when he came in to relieve Joe Burrow 2 years ago after that injury in the Ravens game. He is playing like a rookie quarterback. Like, he does not have the confidence. And of course, the offensive line cannot block to save their lives. I
Yep.
mean, this team looks lost.
I mean, there's a reason everybody thought that Jake Brown was going to come in there and win games because, he threw for 300 one game. Yes, but it's not as simple as throwing the fucking ball to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Simple. People underestimate how good Joe Burrow truly is to do this every fucking week. And Jake Brown is not Joe Burrow, not by a long shot. And
No, not even
we're seeing
close.
that offensive line got Joe Burrow killed. Imagine what they're doing to Jake Browning.
And Kevin, like we've mentioned on this show, and we've mentioned this a bunch of times, and you have said it, screaming from the rooftops too. Imagine if Joe Burrow had an actual really good offensive line. He would have won maybe 2 Super Bowls already.
Yep. I mean, I did it in Madden, and the shit was incredible. I put all the offensive line stats at 99 and Generation X Factors, and Joe Burrow won MVP in 5 consecutive years. Hell,
oh dear God.
one year he threw for 5,900 yards and 67 touchdowns. So
Jesus Christ.
someone get this guy an offensive line.
You're gonna have listen to this. You're gonna have a game like that happen before GTA 6 comes out. That's how likely that is.
And I'm likely to believe that.
Just like I believe in Joe Hendry. All
But
right,
you know
moving
what?
on to week
I
5.
believe GTA 6 will actually come out before the Cowboys reach the NFC Championship game.
That is also true.
Yeah. It'll take 20 more years. It's just like the Simpsons movie coming out in 27.
Nah.
But yeah.
Oh, did y'all
All right,
happen
guys.
to hear the news real quick though? About the Lakers. LeBron's gonna be out for the next week because he pinched a nerve in his butt. Literally,
What?
he's got butt hurt. They said in his gluteus maximus, he has pinched a nerve, has some kind of nerve contusion, and will miss the next week. So I guess he truly is butt hurt.
Wow.
Let me guess. NBA sent a memo saying they were going to start calling him for his 5-step travels. He literally.
I guess the Lakers are a real pain in his ass.
Or Bronny.
Ronnie sucks.
You're a pain in my ass, literally.
All right, guys. We got some picks to roll out. Joey,
Yes, we do.
updated results.
Oh, let's see. It was quite an interesting week this past week.
Yeah, to say the least.
Very. But
You know,
Hijacker was our winner last week. And before I give out any records, I do want to point out something that I said during the pre-show and that is the fact that even though the Packers and Cowboys did tie, I am not counting ties on our records since technically nobody lost. I'm giving us all W's whenever a tie does happen because ties are going to be almost impossible to keep up with or very hard to keep up with, and I just do not want to have to do that.
No.
okay.
But with that, Hijacker won week 4 this past week, going 11-5. Steven and Ezra tied for second, one game
Yes.
behind at 10-6.
Yeah.
I came in fourth with a record of 9-7, and Kevin rounds out the field going 8-8.
Oof.
Who's fixing these results? Why are you always ahead of Kevin? I'm gonna
Can't
call
tell
it
you. I couldn't
Hijacker's
tell
an
you.
election official. I'm gonna call him in to fucking look at these results. Good Lord, have mercy. But no,
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
like a
Congrats.
Chiefs game.
What'd he say?
Said it feels like a Chiefs game out here.
Oh dear God.
But yes, since Hijacker will not be joining us, I will be reading his scores.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, instead of handing out $100 bills, Joey's handing out IOUs.
Better fight him.
But
Okay.
anyways, Thursday night we start off with the Santa Clara Infirmary Room taking on the Rams in LA.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun watching a bunch of fucking practice squad guys. Anyway, yeah, I think it will be close because Thursday night, the Rams ain't gonna play up to par, and they're just playing practice squad guys. So give me the Rams 23-17.
Yeah,
Give me
give
the
me the
Rams.
Rams in this one. Give me LA 27-17.
Give me the Rams
Give
in
me
this
the
one.
Rams. Give me the Rams. I'm gonna go 24-20.
Okay. And what's Hijacker's score?
Hijacker is going with the Rams 27-24.
Okay.
I got a similar score, 26-23 Rams over the Niners.
The 9
Right.
IRs.
The
49
9
IRs.
Right.
Perfect.
All right, up next, the Vikings' second consecutive game overseas.
Yeah, this time in England, if I'm not mistaken.
London, England. You would be correct, sir.
Tottenham Stadium. And they'll be playing the Cleveland Browns.
Jesus.
Give me
I'm going to start things off with Hijacker's score. He's got
Go
the
ahead.
Vikings over the Browns 31-10.
Mm.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
it go
follow
that high.
suit. I'm gonna follow suit with that score, especially with reports that Joe Flacco might be benched this week in favor of one of Cleveland Browns rookies, former Oregon quarterback Dylan Gabriel, might be starting this week, according to recent rumors. But yeah, you're going up against a Minnesota defense that looks pretty decent at times. Give me Minnesota in this one, 37-9.
Yeah, give me the Vikings. Skull Vikings skull. Give me the Vikings 24-10.
Give me the Vikings in this one, 23-13.
Yeah, I'm going closer to Ezra's score because and those aren't rumors, Joey. It is announced that Dylan Gabriel will make his first start.
Okay, well, there you go.
That is organization malpractice because they're just feeding him to the wolves against a very tenacious and ferocious
A
Vikings
very
defense.
tenacious team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a very rough D. But anyway,
Yeah, you can't call yourself that.
yeah, I got the Vikings. Give me the Vikings 20-6, and I'm not going much with them because the Browns too have they're number one in total NFL defense, so they're decent.
That's true, surprisingly.
Yeah,
field goals.
surprisingly.
Here's the question of the day: 2 field goals and 3 safeties.
Hey, speaking of which, we did see a safety in a Packers Cowboys game.
And the Buccaneers and Eagles game.
And the
It was
Buccaneers
raining.
Eagles game.
It was raining safeties in the NFL.
Yes, it was.
All right, next game, folks, is the Houston Texans going to Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
I tell you what, Baltimore may be without Lamar Jackson on Sunday. More than likely, they will be without Lamar Jackson, but they still got Derrick Henry in that backfield. So, with that being said, give me the Ravens. I think it's gonna be. I don't think the Ravens are gonna put up that many points, but Derrick Henry, I can see having a monster game. So, give me the Ravens. I'm gonna go Ravens 23, Texans 13.
Give me the Ravens in this one, but I don't trust King Fumbles a lot, Derrick Henry. I just don't trust it because he has been having ball security issues, and he's been having trouble fumbling the ball. Hell, no, Baltimore's going to win this one. It's going to be a closer one because without those pieces, I still think they're going to have some. I still think they're going to have some issues, and we're going to see that firsthand. So, give me that game, 27-20.
Yeah, give me the
And
Ravens.
Go ahead. And Hijacker is picking the Ravens 30-24.
Give me the Ravens in this one, 20-16.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against the grain. I think Houston's gonna pull off the upset. Give me Houston the 23-21.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice. And also, real quick, just want to let you know that 4 teams are also on bye this week, and that is the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears, Atlanta Falcons, and Pittsburgh Steelers. They are all on bye this week, so they will not be playing. Just wanted to throw it out there for viewing audience. Then we go to, good Lord, Miami going to Carolina to take on the Panthers.
Do we have to pick this god-awful game? What? Come on.
Give me Miami in this one. The way they dominated the other night, even without Tyreek Hill. Give me the Fins in this one, 34-3.
Hijacker is picking the Dolphins over the Panthers, 21-9.
Yeah, I'm going Miami 16-11. 3 field goals and a safety.
And a safety.
Safety.
I tell you the funniest way they're gonna get a safety is they're gonna snap the ball over their damn punter's head. Right through the back of the end zone.
Hey, you thought that score was crafty? Check this one out. Dolphins over the Panthers, 19-15.
Wow. Yeah, give me Miami. Give me Miami 17-14.
All right. Moving on from this god-awful game, we move to the Raiders heading to Indy to take on the Colts.
Yeah, and this is where the Colts are going to be looking for revenge. And yes, sorry, Vegas. Geno Smith is going to turn the ball over yet again. Give me the Colts to rout the Raiders 31-10.
Oh, Hijacker's got a close one here. He's got the Colts over the Raiders 17-16.
Here, I'm actually gonna go in a crazy score. I'm not really a score. I think the Colts are gonna be very limited on offense, and I think they win the game 24-10. But the Raiders turn the ball over 3 times, and 2 of them are returned for touchdowns. Give me the Colts.
Whoa.
Okay, look at that. 2 more pick sixes.
Hey, two defensive scores for Indianapolis would be very beneficial since I'm starting their defense this week. Hey-o.
There you go for those fantasy players.
I'm gonna go with the Colts as well. Let's go 26-17.
Okay.
With a little bit of a side note, Brock Bowers will finally find the end zone this week. At least I hope.
We shall see.
Give me Indy in this one. 27-13. All
Oh
right.
God, do we have to pick this next game?
Oh, this is the other snooze fest.
Giants versus the Saints. Give me the Giants in this one. Give, give me the
Dumpster fire alert.
Give me the Giants in this one 17 to 10.
Hijacker has the battle of the field goals here. He's got the Giants over the Saints 12-9.
What?
Hey, that's interesting. I'm
What is in those cigars he's smoking?
I can't believe we're all on the same page, it seems. I'm going with the New York Hornswoggles, the little people. I'm going 17-8.
16-8.
Over the ain't winning shit.
Ain't winning shit.
They win a chip.
The Hornswoggles over the ain't winning shits.
Yeah, with that being said, I can't follow that. Give me the G, man. 13-10. Screw it.
G string.
Give me the Giants. Oh, give me the. Oh God, I almost kind of don't want to say this score.
Let's go with
Oh
it.
my
Come on.
God,
Go for it.
give me the Giants over the Saints 8-6.
What is
On a
this?
game
Fucking
winning safety.
fest?
The game winning safety.
What are we picking here? Am I the only one who actually picked the logical score? What is wrong with you people?
That's why I said
The ain'ts.
snooze
That's
fest.
what's wrong. The ain'ts.
I'm scheduling therapy sessions for all three of you bastards. And I'm signing Hijacker up for better health.
Oh.
This has gone so much off the rails, it's making my head spin. Good Lord. All right, let's move on. And oh my God,
Oh,
Dallas,
Lord.
Jets.
Oh, dear God Almighty. No.
Okay.
All right, Hijacker's picking the Cowgirls over the Jets 25-12.
It should be
Yeah.
21-12, but I digress.
Give me the second coming of Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. No, just fuck
Yeah.
it.
Hey,
God, no.
Give me Dallas in this one. 24-17.
yeah.
Give me the Cowboys in this one. I'm going to go 20-13.
You know what? You talk about they're gonna make the second coming of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Well, their defense is the second coming of burnt toast. Give me the Cowboys in a nail biter, 30-27. I mean, we're talking about the Jets, the team that fair caught a punt at their own 2-yard line that broke the middle school rule of football.
I can't believe you didn't talk about that.
And keep in mind that Dallas has the number 1 offense in the NFL, but the number 32 ranked defense in the NFL.
Actually,
that a
it should
bitch.
be the number 33 ranked defense in the NFL because a bunch of Pillsbury Doughboys lined up on defense can be the 32nd. They're ranked 33rd.
Isn't it bad that the Bears defense is actually better than the Cowboys defense?
I know, right?
But then again, we are the
Steven,
monsters
what
of
was
the
your
Midway, so
score?
fuck y'all.
Give me the Cowboys in a close one because, I mean, this is the Cowboys we're talking about. Give me the Cowboys 21-14.
Okay, now we have a game to look forward to. This is gonna be a good one. Denver heading to the Link to take on the Eagles.
Damn.
Bo Nix versus Jalen Hurts.
All right. Hijacker has the Eagles at home in this one. Score 33-27.
You know what? I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna go Denver.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I think with Jalen Hurts' struggles in passing, I think that's going to be his Achilles heel this time. I mean, yes, he's got Saquon Barkley. Yes, he has A.J. Brown. But the problem is, like Kevin said, A.J. Brown has not been as active. How can you not activate probably your number 1 target last year and the man that helped bring you a Super Bowl trophy? It's ridiculous. To me, I mean, this is going to be a close one. It's a game-winning field goal. It's going to decide it. Give me this one. Give me the Denver Broncos in this one, 30 to 27.
Okay.
You know what? I'm actually. You know what? I don't feel good about it, but give me the Eagles. I think that home crowd is going to be behind Philly. I do think it's going to be close though. So give me the Eagles on a game-winning touchdown by Jalen Hurts. 27-24.
Ugh.
Give me Philly in a close one as well. Give me the Eagles 30 to 23.
Yeah, I'm going with the Sheagles on a game-winning field goal, 23-20.
Okay. All right. First afternoon game. And it is the Titans.
This dumpster fire.
Yep. Tennessee going to Desert to take on the Cards.
Yeah, give me the Cardinals, 15-13.
God damn.
Yeah, give me the Cardinals in this one, 17 to 3.
Give me the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals 20 to 3.
Give me the Cardinals in this one as well. I'm gonna go 17-10. And let's see, Hijacker. Whoa, Hijacker's going against the grain. He's
Look at
picking the
this.
Titans.
Look at this guy.
17-16.
Wow.
Hijacker going against the
Oh
grain.
my God.
What's up?
I think Mustafa Ali is challenging Ethan Page for the North American Championship.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, back to the game. Did everybody give their scores on Arizona, Tennessee?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, next
They
is
did.
Tampa Bay heading to the 12th man to take on the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle with this one, 24-21.
Similar score to Cavs. I'm just gonna go 24. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go a little higher. Give me in this one 26-20.
All right, Hijacker is picking the Seahawks 20-17. You know what? I don't feel good about it, but I'm going against the grain. I'm picking the Bucks. I think the Bucks can actually get the job done in Seattle. So give me the Bucks in this one. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go 24-17 Bucks.
Yeah, I've been kind of thinking about that myself because I mean Tampa. I mean, not only can they play at home, but they can also play on the road. And I know it's the 12th man, but give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks to go in to the 12th man in Seattle and win this game and get revenge after losing last week against the Eagles. Give me the Bucks, 27-14.
Okay. Detroit and Cincinnati are next in the jungle.
And in this jungle, there's going to be an absolute beatdown. Give me Detroit to beat the piss out of the Bengals, 35-3.
34,
Jesus.
34 to 13. Detroit.
Hijackers got 31-20 Detroit.
Yeah, I got a Madden score. I'm going Detroit 57-14.
Okay.
Wow. But give me the Lions as well. I'm gonna go 31-14.
Okay. All right, everybody got theirs?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Moving on. Commanders taking on the Chargers in LA.
I don't feel good about it, but I'm going to start off with Hijacker's score. He's got the Chargers over the Commanders 28-24. I don't want to say it. I hate to say it, but I got to go with my gut. Give me the Chargers. They are coming off a loss to the Giants, but they're back at home this week against the weak Washington Commander defense right now. So, and there's no telling on if we're going to have Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin back on Sunday. So, for all intents purposes, give me the Chargers in this one. If Jaden and Terry do play, I do think it might be close. So, I'm just going to go close here, and I'm going to go 26-17 Chargers.
Almost similar score. Give me the Chargers 28-17.
Yeah,
Okay.
last week the Chargers looked like the LA Android Chargers. This year, I think they're going to step it up. Give me the Chargers 27-20 back at home.
Yeah, give me the Chargers in this one. Chargers in this one, 30-23.
Okay. Sunday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, and it is the Patriots taking on the Bills.
Give me the
Buffalo.
Bills to absolutely annihilate the Patriots in this one. Give me the Bills 38-14. And Hijacker has the Bills over the Patriots 40-27.
Give me the Bills 37. Give me the Bills in this one 37-17.
Yeah, give me the Bills in this game. Give me Buffalo 34-17.
Yeah, I'm going a little close. I'm going division game. I'm going Buffalo 24-21.
Damn. Okay.
All right, and last but not least, Monday Night Football. Down in Jacksonville.
Yep, we are. And it's the Chiefs heading to Jacksonville to take on the Jags on Monday Night Football.
Know what?
Hijacker is picking the Chiefs in this one, 28-23. I'm going to go a little close as well. I'm going to go the Chiefs 28-24, actually. Very close to Hijackers.
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs 23-21.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs to win thanks to bullshit refereeing. Give me the Chiefs 23-20.
Give me Kansas City in this one. Give me Kansas City, and I think they're gonna do pretty well. 20. Give me this one. 27-13.
All right, now that'll do it for week 5, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna come up. I had a funny name on this I was gonna do, but I was also watching NXT. So I was gonna call Jacksonville the Tony Khan Sugar Sniffers, but no, we're good. Well, we got week 5 in the books, like you said, Joey, man. What? And now we will next week, of course, we will have our picks, analyzed and viewed, and of course we will have week 6 picks next week as well. Is there anything else you guys?
I will
up,
go
Joey?
ahead and say real fast that me and Steven will have the exact same record since we picked the exact same teams.
I told you it sounded like a Chiefs game out here.
Sir.
But anyway, guys, I'm about to hop off here.
All right,
Great
Kev.
job, dude.
I'll see y'all next
All right,
week.
great job, man.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Y'all have a good one. Everybody be safe.
Okay, we'll do, brother. That was Kevin, man. Glad he could join us and get the picks in. Should be a rather interesting week next week. But is there anything else you guys want to wrap up with before we call on the night?
I think I am good for the night.
Let me see if there was something on ESPN. Oh snap! Here we go. Top of the ninth. Red Sox are on top of the Yankees 2-1.
Yep, Neil's not happy.
He's probably breaking all the things in his house right now.
Yeah, I wonder if Eddie Kingston's in the crowd. For those who don't know, our friend Neil despises Eddie Kingston with a passion. Not just as a wrestler, but as a human being for whatever reason. So we just want to leave it at that. But
but yeah, other than that, I am good as well.
okay, Joey, close it out. You know the drill, my friend.
You know it. Great show with you guys. Love talking about NFL stuff week in and week out. Can't believe we're almost already 5 weeks into the season already. Whew, going by fast already. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I mean, I got work on Saturday, unfortunately, but I'm going to do everything I can to at least check out a little bit of college football. But I do have Sunday off, so I'll be able to watch some NFL for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Peace out. See you guys next week.
Will do, Steven. You know
Great
the drill.
job.
You know what to do.
Yep, great job by you guys. Great having Kevin on, and that I knew the Green Bay Dallas game was going to be very entertaining to talk about because that was truly great. Yeah, a great job with you guys. A great job by all, and looking forward to being back on next week. As yes, we make the turn for October, as October 1st is tomorrow, and week 5 will be in the books by the end of this upcoming week. And looking forward to recapping yet another week in the NFL regular season for 2025. And again, Joey, you stated it. It's crazy how this season is already flying by. And already we're going to be 5 weeks into this season. We know, and pretty much we'll pretty much know who the contenders and the pretenders are going to be as the season keeps progressing. But yeah, you can follow us on Twitter or X at Owen_Sports Show, Facebook.com/Nation Sports Show, and where we are live on most Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, and 4 o'clock on the West at YouTube.com/Nation Sports Show. And you can also watch the Nation's Corner on YouTube at The Nation's Corner. You can also follow them on Twitter at Nation's Corner, Facebook, and the Instagram also at The Nation's Corner. And a lot is going on in the world of wrestling. AEW Wrestle Dream is in a couple of weeks. And the WWE Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia is next week as well. Looking forward to that as well. And also the match between John Cena and AJ Styles. That will be a lot of fun. And Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes renewing their classic rivalry from 2022. Looking forward to that as well. So again, great job by you guys here tonight, and looking forward to being back on with you guys next week. And with that being said, as a wrap this up, my friend.
Will do. Thank you to everybody for joining us today. We appreciate that. We appreciate your support very much. Like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. If you love what we do, give us a follow, like, and all that. We'd love to hear from you guys, of course, in the chat. Next week is going to be a very busy week. Obviously, NFL wildcard will hopefully wrap up by then. And we're also going to be getting to the nitty-gritty of the playoffs. The hunt for October is officially over, and October is officially here as of tomorrow. So get ready, guys. It is officially spooky season, which means, of course, decorate your houses, get your candy ready for the day, and it's going to be an awesome, awesome month. Can't wait. Fear Fest on AMC tomorrow. A lot of great horror movies, classic ones, newer ones, all going to be on, so check it out if you can. But that's enough for me today. And that's enough for our crew today. So for Kevin Rory, for Joey Thornton, for Stephen Wyand, for everybody in the Sports Show Nation, for our boy Randy Garden, and everybody else out there who is watching the show, we thank you once again. I am Mezzo Vickery, and we will see you right here next week with another great edition of our Nation Sports Show. Take care, everybody. Have a great time, and we will see you all next Tuesday, same time, same YouTube channel. Peace out, everybody.
Thanks for watching this week's feature presentation of our Nation Sports Show.